Shimmerz Paints, and today we're going to be working on a mini canvas using some old pages from a book and some glue and water, and then we're going to use our wonderful Shimmerz paints followed by some stamping with Unity stamps. Alright, stay with me. Alright, so to make this quick and easy wall decor, you want to take about half a cup of water, and then you're just going to want to mix some glue in there. You're probably looking for about a half and half ratio. So this is going to be your mix. I'm just using this Elmer glue wall. So just mix it in, and you're just going to create this watery paste. If you've ever made paper mache, it's exactly what you would use. Something very similar, if not the same. Alright, so once you have your mixture all mixed up, you're going to want to take old book pages, just rip them out of your book, and I made a nice straight cut here, and you're just going to want to saturate the paper. And for the canvas, I am just using this 6x6 canvas. I had sprayed it at one point with Shimmerz, but I'm going to just go over it with a paper mache. So maybe the first one I'll actually line up. Okay. I'm not going to worry about the bottom because I'm going to cut those off. Okay. Might as well just take the paste and put it over on the side if I can. Okay. Now your second one, you can just do one side because there's already the pasties on the back. Okay. So I'm just going to do an angled one this time. Okay. And next, I'm just going to layer a couple more. I've got, I think, 4 sheets in total. Okay, so I'm just going to angle it this way. Maybe I'll bring it up a little bit more so I cover off that corner. Okay, so just make it nice and smooth. Okay, and the last one, okay, I'm just going to put right here. Okay, so just make your folds here. You can cut those off with an X-Acto knife. You can go ahead and do that right now, or you can wait until it's dry. So I'm just drying this with my heat gun to make the process go faster. Okay, and you can see that the penny pincher that I sprayed earlier, the Shimmerz product, penny pincher, has come through the paper, which is actually really kind of nice because it just distresses the edge for me already. So I'm going to make this canvas really distressed. I'm going to go get some more of the penny pincher just to spray around the rest of the canvas. And I'm going to use the heat gun throughout, so that'll just dry things for us really fast. Alright, so I'm just going to move my things out of the way while I get my spray ready. So here's the penny pincher. It's a Vibez product. I'm just going to go around the edges here. Okay, I'm just going to smudge that in a little bit with my finger. Okay, so the paper is still absorbing just a little bit of this color. So, okay, now I'm going to get a darker color of Shimmerz. Okay, so this is a Coloringz product called Tropical Tan Line, and it's really, it's a richer color. Okay, so I'm just going to go around, maybe one corner I'm going to make super dark. Okay, which will be that corner. So again, if you want to just pull the color a little bit into the center. Okay. Oops. Okay, so you'll still be able to see all the text in behind here. Okay, so I'm going to go dry that and see how that looks, because the color will lighten as we dry it. Okay, I'm just going to add a touch of blue because everything I make has to have some blue in it. So I'll go for my favorite product from Shimmerz, and you probably know because I use it I think in almost every video, but it's Jeni Bleu Vibes. Oh, I just love this color. Okay, so I'm going to give myself some blue, not too much. Sometimes when you're having trouble spraying, just hold your bottle upright and then it should solve itself there. Okay? So I'm going to dry that, see how that looks, and see if I want some more. I probably don't like those drips for this particular thing, so I'm just going to add color so that we avoid that drippy look. Okay, then there's one more color I want to try. This is the Coloringz product called Anchors Away, and it's very much an inky, very dark ink, like dark navy blue. So I just want to drop some drips. Let's see if I can get that. Okay, so you just like, if you want to just squeeze down, and then you'll have those drips at the end. You can drop them. Okay. So I might let those dry naturally. And then we can come back to this and create our focal point, which will be a stamped image. Alright, so we have our canvas here. I'm just going to set that aside. Next thing we're going to do is stamp on some watercolor paper. I'm just using this block because this is going to act as my flat surface before I do any stamping. So I have this typewriter from Unity Stamp Company. I'm going to use Broken China Distress Ink. I'm going to stamp up that, ink up this stamp. Okay, and I'm going to do it somewhere in the middle because I want to make a die cut out of this image. Okay, so just press firmly. Should have a nice impression there. So I'm also going to stamp the sentiment that goes along with this typewriter, and it says just my type. Okay, so I'm going to do that probably in the vintage photo color. So line it up there with the bottom of this line here that the wood gives you. These are Unity's acrylic blocks. Okay, so I'm going to find a spot, maybe just over a little bit. Okay. Okay, and while, so this has already been die cut and embossed, okay, but I'm just going to leave it in its paper and I'm going to spritz it a little bit with some color from afar. So I'm going to use the Jeni Bleu Vibes, just spray a little bit so it hits the corner there, and then I'll use some of the penny pincher. Okay, more on this side. Okay, so I'm going to dry that really quick. Okay, because the Shimmerz product will, because the distressed inks are also water-based, they're going to run into each other. So as long as you have your dryer ready, you're just going to eliminate as much running as possible. Okay. So we can just plop that out there. Alright, so last step is I really want to incorporate the colors that we used in the stamping. So I'm going to apply some more ink. So I'm going to be using Broken China and Vintage Photo, same colors I used for the stamping. This is Cut and Dry Foam from Ranger. I can go ahead and just use it right on my table because it can be cleaned up because it's water-based. Okay, so here we have the Vintage Photo, and I'm just going to go around the edges with this. You can go in a circular motion just to really blend in this ink so that white part of the paper won't be so stark. Okay, especially around the edges. Okay, and then Broken China will be the last step. Okay, I'm going to use that Cut and Dry Foam again. I have another side that I'm going to use for that. Okay, so let's just blend all this in so we're making like a nice collage type. You can keep the inside of the typewriter white. The more color you add and you put on, it'll just blend nicer. It'll be a deeper color. You can even kind of blend into the brown over here. Okay. Alright, so I might leave it like that. Just always bring it back to your canvas and see how it looks, okay? So that looks a lot better. Okay, so we can go ahead and try and glue this on. You don't want to use any more water-based because this will all run in together. Okay, so to glue this onto the canvas, let's just center that there. What I'm going to do is use a product called You Cut It Foam by Glue Arts. Comes in a big sheet of 8.5 by 11. And I'm going to cut myself some strips, and this is really sticky glue. So this will, our centerpiece here will stick just fine. So I just need smaller pieces here. I'm just going to cut that. Okay. So I'm going to put a strip on each side to really prop up our image. Okay, and one more. Actually, maybe we'll put it in the bottom. Yeah, I like it much better in the bottom because we get more of these ink blots showing. So. Okay, so there it is. There is the final canvas made with beautiful Shimmerz products. Okay, so supply list will be at the end, as well as some close-up shots. Hope you have a great and wonderful day. Bye-bye.